going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and it feels good to be back in the studio. I've had a slow couple of weeks as far as video releases go. I've just had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, but you guys know me. I never miss an episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. Maybe late, but never miss an episode. So, here it is. This is what we're installing today, you guys. This is a BLS SHV500 12-volt brushless servo. Most of you guys are familiar with these already. They've been out for a little while now, and I have had mine, I've had a few of them now. I've installed them in several rigs, and you guys have already seen them. We've talked about them. You should be pretty familiar with them, and if they're not, I have a motor control playlist for you guys. Go ahead, click on that playlist, go back and watch the episodes. Get caught up. It won't take you that long. I mean, maybe it will. There's like 40-something episodes, but go back, watch those episodes, and get caught up on the Holmes Hobbies products. There's a lot of good information in there and a lot of goofing off, a lot of fun to be had. So anyways, this is what we're going to be installing today. The reason why, for those of you that aren't up to date on this, is because not in the last episode. In the last episode, we actually installed a spool to lock up the rear end here. The front's still unlocked. But in the episode before that, we went out and did a little mud bashing, more like muddy water bashing. For those of you complaining though, there was a lot of sticky, gooey mud under that water, just so you know. Anyways, this servo, the stock tactic that comes with the SMT10 from Axial Racing, just was not up to the task. It is a tough servo, I'll give it that. It's all metal gears, and it definitely didn't break, but it is overheating now, and after a while it starts doing some funny jitters, and that's probably due to the water getting inside. It's not waterproof, not that I know of anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and swap that out. Comes with this bad boy. Comes with this bad boy, which you guys are already familiar with that. Look at that thing. It's not even focusing, is it? She's sexy. It's a good looking servo. It's definitely on point. I like the all black setup. It doesn't look stupid. I don't like seeing a bunch of funny colors for servos. And of course, as far as the servo horn goes, that's down underneath all this stuff here. Well, comes with the servo horns as well. We're just going to run one of these plastic ones for now. If we need to, eventually we'll throw a metal one on there, but we'll just run that for now. This thing's pretty slick, man. I really like this truck. I think it's pretty cool. The cage is cool. Everything's cool about it. I like it a lot. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. In order to do this, it looks like we're going to need a 2mm and a 1.5mm. Let's go ahead and start by getting the servo out. First things first, we're just going to pull the steering linkage from the horn, and then we're actually going to pull that horn off there. Whoa. It's actually not a servo horn. This is a servo saver, which is important when you're running faster basher type trucks, because basically when you impact really hard, these do exactly what they say. They save your servo. So it keeps the gears from stripping so easy. So we may just keep that around. I don't think it's going to fit the new servo. I think it's a different tooth count if I remember right, but we're going to keep it anyways just in case. I can use it on other things. And I grabbed the wrong wrench. So now we can go ahead and take the servo itself out. Now the servo is out, we just need to get the wire disconnected from the receiver, which is actually still up here in the receiver box. So go ahead and crack that open real quick as well. That pops right off of there. You don't want to lose this seal that's underneath there. That's what keeps the water out. That's important. You just got to follow the wire in. Make sure you unplug the right one. Make sure you don't lose any of the little grommets or seals or anything in there that help make the receiver box waterproof. Boom. Got it out. Old tactic is removed. Alright, throw that aside. Now we can go ahead and get this bad boy fitted in there. You want to make sure that you get it lined up right. So a lot of people put them upside down and then they find out after the fact. Oh, alright. So now we've got the servo itself mounted in there. It looks really nice. I just like that all black servo. Alright, so now let's get these other wires out of here. Alright, so this isn't going to fit tight, but it's the closest thing I got right now. It's a big piece of heat shrink tubing. I'm just going to go ahead and run my wires through that, right? That will help me just kind of keep more of a scale look. I don't like seeing wires all over, honestly, is all it's about for me. Not everybody has to do that, but using this black heat shrink always seems to work fine. Boom, finally I got it. Okay, there's one through. Now we get the other one through. Oh, finally. Finally, I got it. Okay, that was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. All right, you guys, so now we've got this servo installed here. As you can see, I'm not sure if that's even focusing or not really, but servo is installed. Servo saver actually fit right onto this Holmes Hobbies servo, which is great. I went ahead and put it on without powering it up, which means that I'm probably gonna have to adjust it as soon as I power it up. But I have a little trick I do. It's not even a trick. I just go all the way left one way, all the way right one way, and then put it in the center of those two. And that's where I go ahead and try to put it up when I need to mock it up without power. Now, I also went ahead and ran all the wiring through this heat shrink tubing, so it doesn't really even look like there's any wires going. You know what I mean? It's just all black heat shrink tubing. It really makes for a cleaner install no matter what kind of electronics you're putting in. You could just zip tie it. A lot of guys do that, but I found that using the heat shrink, you could just zip tie it. I found a lot of guys do that. You know, I used to do that as well. I still do use zip ties a lot of times, but this heat shrink will really clean up a build, just so you know. Now the only thing I've really got left to do, because I do have that wire is ran, the signal wire is ran all the way up to the receiver up here, which is inside the receiver box. I've got that all screwed back together. I just need to get power to it now, and this is the power wire right here. So it comes with this little plug. You can go ahead and put that in there. See if I can do that one-handed. There we go. Go ahead and put that in there, and you can see it's got leads on it now. And what we need to do is we need to cut off this Dean's plug, and we need to wire this into the Dean's plug. Now, something I've been wanting to do anyways is extend that Dean's plug. It's just not long enough for my liking. It drives me nuts trying to plug in a battery. Just too short. So we're going to go ahead and just chop that off, extend that out, and that should do it. All right, guys. I got it all wired up finally. Took me a little while. I actually ran out of solder, so I had to pull some trickery there to make it work. But we've got it all done. Looks pretty good. So here is our standard power cord for our ESC, our Dean's power cord here, which will plug into the battery. And off of that, I have this lead here, right? And this little lead is a 12-volt lead that will run to the servo. So let me go ahead and plug that in, actually. Plug that in there. Boom, just like that. So now this power lead is actually powering the servo directly from the battery once you plug the battery into the ESC. No more draining power from the receiver or whatever, going through a bottleneck or anything like that, or needing a BEC to make sure that you've got power on command all the time. Now it'll just be there. So now I can reroute this back through to where I normally run it down to my battery, and I'm good to go. And boom, there we have it. So now, see, I have access to all my cords right underneath there. Makes it super easy for me. I don't have to take the body off and on when I go to turn in, or plug in the battery. I can literally just reach underneath there, grab one, grab the other one, and just plug it in. Well, actually, let's go ahead and do that. And usually I can just slip it right on there. There it goes. Boom. Now I usually don't have to take the battery off in order to do that. We should be good. There we go. We've got power. And clearly it needs adjusted. You can see that there. Let me make sure my trim is right where it's supposed to be. It's all the way one way, all the way the other. Let's get it right in the middle. Right about there. Looks like it's off a little bit, so let's go ahead and adjust that. I'm pretty excited actually that the tooth count was the same on this servo as the original servo, because that means I can literally just bolt this servo saver right back up to it, and I don't have to change a thing. That's pretty cool. Definitely icing on the cake. Alright, so that should do it. Should have plenty of... Oh yeah. We're awake now. That's with a dead battery, because I haven't charged this since the last time I've driven it. Alright, I'm gonna get carried away up here. Alright, so as you can see, we're all installed now. Everything's good to go, man. No wires really showing, just this one little cord that heads up there, and it's all black, blends right in. Looks really nice, man. Really, really nice. I mean, for being basically a stock rig, all it has now is a 21 turn Holmes Hobbies Trailmaster Sport, and that's the 550 can, and now it's got the BLS SHV500 12 volt brushless servo, which is definitely up in the game. I'm gonna get this thing all charged up so the next episode we can take it out and see how it does with the new spool and the new servo installed. It should make a little bit of a difference. I mean, yeah, it should make a pretty good difference. So we'll get it out there and we'll see what we can do with it. You guys, thank you very much for tuning in. You know what it is, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the series, what you want to see in future episodes, and we'll try to make it happen for you guys. Be sure to check out Holmes Hobbies website in the description like always, and subscribe. You know what it is. Peace and chicken grease, everybody. Yeah.